previously, and Marker won by beating Sage. But we are going to be moving into the game. We're starting things off at Small Fortress of Lions.
Indeed, we are, and already getting off to a start here with players picking up a weapon, and we can see you're already going for a lot of these spear aerials, right? I mean, when you have two weapons that are more close range, like the gauntlets and especially the boots, you can use these spear attacks to your advantage thanks to those long ranges, but you can't count out the ground pounds too. We're going to come through, and Marker's going to take a very quick first stock.
Very quick indeed. Gets that first strike. Only 62 damage taken thus far. Tries to get that hit as Borgir was trying to get back up onto the stage. Won't be able to find it. I was not expecting this. I would have think if either one of these players are going to have a strong start, it would be Borgir. But going for the recovery there, not able to catch Borgir.
Ooh, good jump read, and the D-Light as well. It's going to take the stock after the side air, and not even a minute in. Marker has taken two of Borgir's stocks, and I can't lie, this is looking exactly how the start of Borgir versus Bonir was like. It was the two-stock lead that he got before Borgir swapped over the Fate and started winning. So maybe this ends up being much the same, but either way, a neutral sig will connect for Borgir, taking away that first stock, but he's got a lot of work to do.
Able to put a dent into Marker at least. Nice to go off stage. We get some scythe action though. The recovery is not going to connect. We see the sweat beats coming out, but the platform was in just the right spot for Marker to be able to use it to get back up onto the stage. Now trying to get an edge guard. Nice dare to catch Marker, but we're not gonna see him be able to get anything on his edge guard.
Getting risky with those sweat beads off stage. Borgir knows he needs something big, but these down airs are coming through. And it's going to be Marker taking a quick game number one. And
100%. I mean, Borgir, it was two completely different players whenever he swapped over to the Fate last time around. So whenever you see that pick coming out, you know that he's done playing around and it's time to get serious. Marker with an amazing first game. Does have a little bit of momentum though, and he is definitely putting that to great use. Nice string, able to pick up that first little read. Tries to get a second one there, but can't find it. Turn around, neutralize, signature to try and call them out. Marker's doing great.
Indeed he is. Going for these side signatures, he is not afraid to throw them out one bit. They're very quick with very little in lag, so it's honestly a great option to go for, even if it's not the most perfect attack. But here we go, getting that in light. It's going to disarm Borgir, trying to grab the weapon, gets the scythe. A lot more platforms. We are on Western Air Temple now, so you're going to get that second platform, so a lot more room to move around in the air and to reset your options on the platforms, which certainly they're using so far. But Marker going for that recovery, almost grabbing the KO, but not just yet.
Marker is just doing such a good job following Borgir's movements so very, very closely. And always being in the right distance and positioning to be able to get those get both those follow-ups and the punishes. Very, very cleanly played so far from Marker. Okay, there it is. Okay, quick knockout with the stairs.
Yes, indeed. That side air on Scythe is so deadly when you get off stage like that, because the hitbox is ginormous. Honestly serves almost like a neutral air sometimes with how high the hitbox reaches. So very nicely done from Borgir. And actually starting to take the lead in his own right with the Scythe right now. Jumps away from that side sig. Able to get himself out of it. Nice. But here it comes with that in-sig. Marker going for another one, but it's going to whiff. And then he's going to grab himself that in-light into side air. Going off stage, going for that ground pound, but it doesn't quite connect. And he's going for the weapon starve too. This is looking really good for Borgir.
Yeah, he's turning up the heat. He's really fighting back right now. Being not passive in the sense of not being passive in the sense of running away all the time, but being passive in the sense of being very calculated of when he decides to throw out his attacks. We're seeing a little bit more mashy playstyle, which seems to have worked so well. He just scared a Marker so much he had to knock himself out.
This fellow was deserved. He's like, you know what, I don't deserve this stock. But he's looking to take away Borgir's right now with a quick GC D-Light into recovery. That's nicely done. And let's see what he opts for. It's going to be the boots. Okay, this is pretty unorthodox, but I do have to say Marker's boots have been very, very nice throughout this tournament thus far. You can see right now pushing Borgir off stage, pulling this edge guard situation, but the GC Inlight, oh my goodness, the ground pound comes out again. A third one whiffs.
He tried to go for a second one, but couldn't find it. Marker able to get back up onto the stage, down into early red though. Borgir definitely wanted a knockout there, but the damage is still going to be a very large difference maker. And the ground pound to find the knockout. Do not count Borgir out. The moment you do, he just decides to increase his elo by 500.
And we're back to that Western Air Temple. So it's cool that we're getting a bit of a mix-up here and not just one round, a little cameo for a different map.
Yeah, I'm not going to jinx it, but this was literally what happened in the Mooner set. Like, Mooner was playing phenomenally. He was really just kind of beating Borgir up. And then, in literally a split second, there was no gradual, successive transition. In a split second, something just clicked, and Borgir started playing insane. Was that the moment for Borgir now? I mean, only time will tell. Marker is definitely giving him a hard time. It looks like I may have jinxed him. That's the signature to find the knockout as Marker picks up the lead here.
The down signature as well, which we have not seen from Marker thus far. He's been using a lot of those in-sigs and side-sigs, but can't forget that that D-sig is just as deadly, and Borgir fighting out the hard way right there. Now on the edge, trying to find his way back onto the stage, but Marker putting in a relentless edge guard game with these boots. Every time Borgir tries to get back on, it's a quick D-light, but Borgir finding his way back on. Here comes the pressure once again from Marker, and Borgir just finds himself in a position where he can't do much.
Pick up quick hits to push him off stage. Not able to find anything on the edge guard though. Both players turning down the pace of the game just a little bit. We're not seeing any good punishes from either player. Borgir able to pick up a quick string there though. NSIG won't be finding its mark, and Marker is just trying to squeeze as much damage out of this stock as possible before inevitably going down here. Recovery will disarm him. He picks up the gauntlets. He gets knocked away yet again.
You can see Borgir jumping up and down on the edge right there, looking to get one of those perfect down airs that just like, it does that satisfying thing that every orb player loves when it just like hits the ground, but it doesn't actually hit the ground, so it goes through. But either way, finally able to get himself that knockout and get to the second stock. But Marker, he has something to say about it, already getting into the dark red here for Borgir, looking to find a knockout as quickly as possible. Borgir fighting back though with this scythe, putting on quite a bit of damage thanks to that higher strength of Fates.
Borgir does such a good job at getting back up against Marker. Recovery on a stage a little bit later won't be enough to find the knockout either.
Nicely done. Gonna get himself that KO confirm, and that is going to be potentially the last stock for Borgir on the winner's side if he's not able to pull this back around. Let's see what he's got left in the back pocket for Marker here. He does have the orb at the moment, trying to grab himself some aerials with these nairs. He's using it time and time again, but not finding its mark. And Marker, no pun intended there, he is trying to find his way back in to get himself that combo. And he's got the edge guard once again. These edge guards have been so good for Marker.
That dare. I love the idea from Borgir, not going to find its mark this time around. No pun intended either. I've accidentally made that pun 25 times. You're all good, tripped up. There comes out. Barely had any options. He goes for the massive play. I mean, you're a stock up. You're basically a knockout range. You might as well go for something big. Respect to Marker for trying to make something happen. Borgir will not let that slide, though. You miss attacks like that against me off stage, I'm going to get that stock.
It's trying to slow things down a little bit. At least I would assume so.
Signature.
The Marker, he's getting aggressive. As you can see, throwing out those signatures like you said.
I was about to say, you don't have a stock advantage anymore. All right, we can calm down now. We can calm down. Able to get that unarmed neutralite. Borgir able to find a couple of moves on his of his own as well. Do we get an offstage setup? It's going to be the edge guard. Barely any options left for Borgir. He has to use his moves smartly here. With the delayed dodge, and I feel like Marker read that. He was ready for that movement option. He's going to find the perfect optimal punish as well. Be very careful. 1-2 on the board. Let's see if Borgir is going to be... See, the funny thing is, looking back in this bracket, like, we were here. We saw these games. We knew what went down. But looking back on this bracket, it would be an insane sight to see, oh, okay, 3-1 Moonir and then lost to Marker. Okay.
It would, and a lot of side lights coming out right now for Marker, trying to grab himself that damage. Once again, every time Borgir tries to get back on stage, Marker's ready with the answer, including that side air, sending him away from his weapon and trying to go for a quick signature to get the knockout, but it's not going to do it just yet. Borgir now on that orb, and you can see him already trying to go for some sort of a juggle with that Nair into recovery, but that's not going to get the KO just yet on Western Air Temple. Oh, and nice. That Sig might just do it.
Not enough. Weapon throw won't be enough either. And Borgir, great movement to get back, but it won't matter. Marker ready for that Nair, which I think was that just a pure variable force being enough to get the knockout there, throwing and launching him down there.
Must have been, but Marker, as you can see, on the edge right now, trying to stay away from this scythe. He knows he's only one side air away. That's why you see Borgir trying to drift in for those side air opportunities. Gets it down there instead. Won't KO just yet. It doesn't have too much force to it. Marker getting KO'd by the Nair. How often do you see that get a KO?
That's a scythe curse. That's a scythe curse right there. What was that? 213 damage or something, just ludicrous. We're seeing a bit of a scythe ladder getting started there onto Marker, though Borgir definitely has a little bit of a flow going for him right now. You can feel it. You can sense it in his movement, and you can tell by the aggressive options that he's going for. Always going for just the follow-ups after every single hit. I think Borgir didn't have a single hit there, didn't have a single movement option there. That was so risky.
Marker saved him. Yeah, that was very risky indeed.
But he also had to.
True. But he ends up on top in the end, with just a little bit more damage to speak of. Gets that side light volume off to the edge, but Marker's right there to answer back. Try to grab a read, but the signature's going to come out, and that is enough force to take it away this time. Marker taking back the lead, and this time I'm going to say it and actually be correct. This could be the last stock of Borgir's winner's run if he does not pull this back around, but a scythe ground pound is going to say no. No, I'm still in this thing, very much so, and he's going to opt for the scythe as well. I think that's the best plan, because these scythe ladders he's been pulling out, these big scythe combos and reads, that's exactly what he needs right now.
Oh, Marker going for a big commitment. Match points, last stock, don't matter to Marker. He's going for those ground pounds day and night, all day. Won't be able to connect them this time around, though. Able to pick something up again, setting up for an offstage interaction, but Borgir being a little bit more conservative with his offstage gaming. Wants to get back up onto the center stage, but Marker won't let that happen. He goes all the way down. No movement options and the bonk, but he still gets the touch.
The wall slip came out too. Borgir, literally the last possible movement he could have done to get back, and he does that. He's thinking his lucky stars. And right now, the stars are aligning for him as he has Marker in a bad situation, disarming him as well. But the weapon disappears. Odin jukes him out, and he is now unarmed against Marker's gauntlet. He throws him away, grabs the scythe, now gets the side light. He's pushing off stage once again to try and grab an aerial, but Marker's ready for it.
The neutral signature. Oh, I feel like he had that read. He had that read. He just didn't press recovery. Onto the orb now. He doesn't find the Seer. The second one is going to be enough, and that is going to be it. What an ending! There was just adding into the games, adding into the game. Well, we are going to have double platforms. Both of these players definitely liking to have platforms to set up for more movement opportunities, and also being able to get landings much more easy.
Okay, nice. Marker finally using these gauntlets. We've seen all set that it's been the boots that have been on fire, but for once it's going to be the gauntlets snuffing out all of Borgir's options and taking a very quick stock in this game number 5. That's exactly what he needs. Borgir, on the other hand, struggling a little bit, trying to grab this weapon, but Marker is on top of it.
great self-discipline as well from Marker. They're not going for another ground pound. That's something we called out from him a lot in the last set that we saw. But this time around, just doing only what is necessary to find the knockout. Doing a great job with these battle boots so far, and Borgir is playing from behind right now. Quick combo comes out, pushing him off stage, going for the weapon throw, but Borgir just wants to get back up onto the stage as fast as possible. We might be getting some off-stage bonkers gameplay, but if we are, it's going to be at Borgir's terms.
Indeed, it will, especially because he's just trying his best to find these attacks with the orb. He finally gets himself that side sig. It's going to get the KO, but he is quite behind with 100 damage in Marker's favor. But maybe, just maybe, he does have the Scythe, and I'd say the Scythe has been working out best for him for this entire set. So let's see if he can get himself a read. That's what he needs. Nice. Get himself a double end light, and that Nair as well, extending that combo. Marker throws away his weapon, but picks up a fresh pair of gauntlets.
Weapon throw, the sidelight completely missing, able to get a quick punish there. I am sensing Borgir, you know, he is closing this lead down, tightening it between them, pushes Marker off stage. And the signature, that's so close! He was able to dodge through it. The combo comes out, not enough to get a knockout, not yet. Touches the wall, but will the dare be enough?
What a cover.
Sair, and then, yeah, exactly, the Sair, and then changing movement direction last couple of frames there, but it's not going to matter. Marker still able to find that knockout.
Yeah, it's like I said, that Scythe side air really is a neutral air sometimes if you use it right. Either way, Borgir now on his final stock in this game number 5. It is for all the marbles right here, so he has got to play his best. Getting hit into that insig, jumped right into it. That was a fantastic read from Marker right there. And, you know, obviously with the large strength of Tezca, those signatures are going to pack on the numbers quickly. So Borgir has to find himself a knockout as quickly as he can with this orb. As you can see, he's going for the knockout blows with the side airs, down airs, and signatures, but none of them are finding their mark.
Okay, able to find the Sair. That's going to find the knockout. Now, slightly behind in terms of damage, but he will have the weapon advantage, and he's making great use of it. He got the dodge, getting him down to 75 damage. Just like that, he's got the lead. But you find yourself on the ledge, able to get back up with the recovery, get some damage out of it as well. Turns him around with the dare. Oh, but he expected a jump, expected a high recovery. Still, he's flowing right now. He's schmoving, and he's able to pick up his hits. Marker is struggling to break his neutral bubble right now. He swaps over to the gauntlets to try and close things out. He sets up for the offstage. No options! Signature comes out! There's not enough options!
Oh my goodness. It's going to be Marker taking that one 3-2 with a little wave to say goodbye. And oh my goodness, that's just... what a way to end that. I mean, I could feel the...